Welcome back, my friends, to another Wrestling with Ski. We all know who I am, obviously. And today we're getting into Raw from last night. Which, I thought it started out fantastically. Listening to The Miz talk, not necessarily my favorite thing, but can't get rid of all of it. The man can do it, you know, but it's just the same thing, really, to me, coming out of his mouth. Yeah, he tried to talk his way out, into Drew getting him help. La da 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 da. Well, and Drew turned it down. Then here comes MVP. They have their little thing. It all started with Drew in the ring saying that him and Sheamus were gonna beat the hell out of each other, which we're getting to that point. Then he's got to find his way back to the title and all that stuff. Which, hey, I'm looking to see what they're gonna do with it. But then finally Sheamus came out, and those two literally can I use the word slobber knocker? I'm sure it's copyrighted by someone, but they're not going to hear that I'm doing this. So, but if you didn't watch that and enjoy that, I really just don't know. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. That's all it was. There was Sheamus grinding down on the jaw, dropping a few nice knees down on the jaw and ear. Just clubbing him. A few submissions here and there. And Drew used white noise off the second rope. He did the 10 beats of the Bowery on Sheamus. Sheamus did that Alabama slam that we've seen Drew use a few times. They were just out there just taking everyone's move, just beating the hell out of each other. And I swear that thing went on for, it had to be a half hour, if not more. It seemed like longer to me. That was just, if you like watching two guys just club the hell out of each other, that was a perfect match for you. See them taking each other's moves, doing the whole personal thing after all those years and betrayal, But, man, oh man. That was what we needed. That was a hell of a way to start off the night. On the right foot, on the right note. And Drew proved why he was up in the top, champ for so long. And Sheamus, was just up there going, I could still do it, by the way. Watch this. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm sure y'all did too. Whether you like the characters or not, they told a good story. They said they were going to beat the hell out of each other. And, you hear that phrase a lot in wrestling. How many times do they actually come, through with it, excuse me? And how often do they follow through and actually just beat the living hell out of each other for as long as they did there? There's been, matches at, Extreme Rules and, stuff, Falls Count Anywhere, that people were less vile to each other in. So, I was fully okay with them stealing each other's moves, submissions here and there, grinding down of a jaw. Drew kept on going. All the times he put, Sheamus in the announce table. Granted that belly to belly, he did just catch the edge, which obviously I'm sure that was the whole, point is, look, he's getting his lower back. But, they were just flicking each other left, right, and differently to beat the snot out of each other. And the rest of the night could have stunk. And you know what, hey, at least we had a high point. Because there were a lot of years where Raw didn't even have that. So, I was way okay with that. And it was way better than, the second match of the night. Where, Naomi with Lana there by her side. Because they do have a title opportunity at some point in the future. Against Nia, who had Shayna there. And I don't even know what, the purpose of the match was. Because, Naomi threw a few kicks and stuff here and there. But, Nia just, I use the word mauled a lot. Beat the hell out, just tattooed her. I don't know. Destroyed her. What was the point of the match? Because she just buried her. And it wasn't even, it lasted 8 seconds. Granted, after the first one went and they said 9 o'clock sharp for the title fight. between Lashley and Miz. Obviously, with the amount of time they had, wasn't going to be anything special. But I mean, they could have just like cut that out completely and let the first match go on like that 3 minutes that they were in the ring. Because that did nothing except, unless they play the story, look at how they beat them, oh my god. And then they came and they beat them and got the championship. And like, unless that's going to be the plan, but I don't think that's going to be the plan. So, I mean, I guess at least because Lana was in street clothes, she didn't get put through an announce table. I mean, at least, so there was that out of it. Could be exciting. I don't know. Call me crazy if I keep moving. You see me moving, sorry. Lots of deadlifts. Back very much hates me right now. But, I mean, I don't see the point of it. And, I mean, just like the next segment, Miz, Lashley for the title. 9 o'clock sharp. 9 o'clock hits, Lashley, boom, enters the ring. Miz music hits, doesn't show up. And there he is saying, oh, it's coming out of both ends. It's from the stress from the match. I need more time. Lashley gets up there and gets in his grill. And then they tell him, too bad, so sad, fellow. 10 o'clock, you're defending the title, regardless. I mean, I get the cowardly thing, but I mean, maybe I just didn't like the way that they wasted, like, 10 minutes or so with that, and the next time he did it, like, I just don't get what the point of it was. Could just be me. I mean, I just don't like waste of time. I already had one of those in my life for, over a decade. I don't like wasting time anymore. Life's too short. I already almost died once. But, I mean, it's one of those expected Weasley things that you thought was going to happen. But, again, maybe it's just because it was The Miz. I don't know. Which means he's doing his job good. Because, I mean, he does get a lot of heat on him. He does get booed the hell out of every building when there's actually people there. The man can talk. He could incite. Seems to be a popular word nowadays. But he can incite, just irritate the hell out of people. So, was I stunned? No pun intended. By that, no. Not at all. Not by any means. But, I just didn't like the waste of time. That was 2 straight segments with waste of time. And then Strowman's out in the ring. After next minute, boom, there's Strowman. Talking about Adam Pearce and Shane McMahon have it out for him. They don't get him. They don't like him. Oh, he keeps getting screwed. And I might add, Strowman was off a few times during that promo he was cutting there in the ring. He was, seen him do better. I mean, maybe it's just because he wasn't around for a while, but yeah, it just seemed odd to me. Maybe I'm crazy though, because I am. But he goes and runs his mouth, and then Shane says he learned, he's learning all these conflict resolution things. So Strowman and Adam Pearce are going to go against the Hurt Business for the tag team titles. And then the Hurt Business comes out. There's Cedric and Shelton coming out looking so happy about it, like they didn't know, and all that. And, it's exactly what you think is going to be, though. Strowman gets in there. Strowman just barrel rolls through them all, flinging them left, right, and indifferently. Does a Strowman Express, runs through them both outside the ring, keeps a hold of them, dominates the thing. I mean, Shelton got some offense in there. He did. I mean, he got more than Cedric did. Got some in there after the tag when Strowman went barreling into the corner in the ring post. Shocker, saw it coming just to get an opening to get Shelton in the ring. Then he got some, but then Strowman took back control. Power slam, getting ready to go for the pin. Shane jumps up, tells him to tag Adam into the match. Adam doesn't look like he wants to get in the match. I don't blame the guy for not wanting to get in the match. Strowman tags him. And then when Adam jumps on to pin, Shelton, rolls him up and gets the win, and they get out of the ring. And Strowman gets screwed, and Pierce just gets out of the ring and hightails it. Shane's stuck there, sitting there looking. And Strowman's pissed. He plays mad really well. If he could just get those words together. I mean, he played good really well, but, just get I don't know what was up with the promo skills, man. That just wasn't his night for it. But, again, when you saw that match coming, when they announced it, it's like, they're not going to make the Hurt Business drop the belts to Strowman and Adam Pearce. And we knew that Strowman wasn't going to let him in the ring to actually fight. Strowman was just going to barrel roll him. At least. I went, Strowman's just going to run through everybody. And then, there was the roll-up, though, with Adam Pearce at the end, which cost him. But, is what it is, though. I don't know. I want to see what they're going to do with it. I don't want to see it be like Shayna against Strowman at Mania. Like, how about no when it comes to that? Yeah, how about no? Let's not go there. Let's not. For the love of God, let's not. Then we get to see Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Excuse me. I'm dying. Here comes... Damn, I really am dying. Elias and Jackson Riker. And Elias doing the same thing the Miz did. Morrison saying they could help out Bad Bunny. They could do a thing together and a song and collab and how much it would help Bad Bunny's career. And shockingly enough, Bad Bunny turns him down. Who didn't see that coming? Just like he turned down the Miz and Morrison. And Damian Priest against Elias, Priest doing his thing, strikes, looking great. Wearing down Elias' one arm the whole match. Elias, I always give him credit. And there was even sometimes when he was singing out there, like at SummerSlam, the year with Trish there. When he was out there just singing garbage about Toronto, I was rolling. I thought it was one of the best things ever. So I was okay with it. Yeah, I think, and Elias, he's a big, goofy-looking fool, but, he can go. He's proven that. He's been in the ring with the absolute best in the company, and they were all good matches. He can actually do it. And Damian Priest had, again, another good battle where he actually had to earn it. He didn't just go out there and just, kick someone's head off and call it a day, which was, again, great change of pace, because, again, I think he's really talented. I know one of my friends that watches this show, he's never seemed like such a big fan of him, with the big, ooh, he's Damian Priest, ooh, so scary, and, no. I just think it's something different, and at least he can, wrestle. He can talk. There's some people that have been on the roster for forever that still can't talk. Why do you think, Lashley came back, and then, he had Leo Rush, and then, he had nothing, and then Lana thing, and then nothing, and now MVP. He talks very rarely. I don't know if it's because he can or all, but he's never really been known for his promos at all. Not taking it out. Hey, nothing against him. But, so that's why I like Damian Priest. He's just something different. He's not the normal thing that we saw for years and years and years. Which is, as we all know, as wrestling fans, if any of you are wrestling fans, or if you're just watching this to pity me or see what I have to do, if I'm actually going to go off on this one, different is good after the years of where, again, you didn't even have to watch. You just knew it was going to happen by seeing the matches. And then it turns out you were right because it was so predictable. And you knew everything that was going on. You could think it was that bad of a product. So I like him. And they had a hoot of a match. Jackson Riker with the cheap shot while the referee's distracted. With Elias, Bad Bunny sitting there pointing down the sideline. I still don't get Bad Bunny's hair, but what do I know? I don't know Bugattis, and I'm not up for a lot of Grammys and all kinds of stuff. But I mean, if there was a cheap shot, and Priest still comes back. I mean, it was a good match. I mean, they literally, I liked it. Now, granted, that whole when he countered Elias's roll up with a roll up of his own, I don't know what was going on, whether it was the two of them or it was the referee or what the hell was going on, but that thing was butt ugly. This is coming from me. Trust me, I know butt ugly. I mean, look at this thing. Half tooth. Trust me, I know butt ugly. I wear it with pride. And that roll-up was disgusting. Whatever it means, it was just awkward. It was kind of like anyone that watched the Royal Rumble with the Reigns-Owens match where Roman's still on the ground, handcuffed, and can't stand up. Heyman can't get the key to open the cuffs. And the referee just hits 5 out of 10 because it was the last man standing match. And he literally just stopped counting even though Roman was still on the ground because they couldn't get him out of the cuffs in time. It was that kind of ugly. When you sit there and you notice it, and you're going, what the hell? But, yeah, minus that, I mean, that was the ugliest part, was that roll up there. Everyone's moves were going, they were clean. They both show what they could do. Again, I've always liked Elias. I always thought he could go, and he always proves it every time he gets a chance. And sometimes when he was singing, I found it funny. Again, especially SummerSlam that year, when he was just talking so much garbage about Toronto. I don't even know why. But it was just so damn funny. And then maybe it's because Edge came out afterwards, made it even better, and speared him. And put that little in all of our minds, because we saw him actually physically making contact with someone. But anyway, Priest hit the lights. Boom. Match over. Him and Bad Bunny, they're celebrating. But, I mean, I just hope that they don't do what they normally do, where, Priest is going to be up and over. He's going to be, obviously, his Bad Bunny thing, I think, is going to run till Mania. Say hi to Daisy, as y'all just heard her. I think it's going to lead till then. And I just hope it's not like Ricochet and Aleister when they first got up there, and, they just put them together as a tag team until Mania. But nothing came of it. I just don't get why you you call them up, you use them for about 10 seconds, and then boom, nothing, gone, flat, nowhere. I mean, and Ricochet's had a championship match since then, but I mean, minus the stuff with the Hurt Business and stuff here and there. And Aleister, minus, getting the eye thing. I mean, he's never really had a big anything since getting called up. They had that push with all the tag team title shots and nothing. I just don't want to see another person have to go through that, because if that's what you're going to do, what the hell is the point of calling them up in the first place? You can find something for them to do in NXT. The talent they have down there, I mean, if you're just going to call them up and waste it, what's the damn point? One of you, comment. Say something on the page. Tell me what the point is. I just don't get it, and I don't want to see it happen to him or anyone for that matter. Not him, not Shayna ever. I mean, Asuka didn't have good luck. Bayley didn't have good luck. Becky was almost forgotten about. I know Rhea's coming. Hopefully it doesn't happen to her. She gets a little bit and then, nothing. But we'll wait and see. And then back to one of the best things going again is The Fiend and, Alexa Bliss. I know. You can all tell me I have a problem. It's okay. But I think it's amazing. And, Randy's doing an interview with Caleb Braxton, and they show him what happened. He goes to give his piece. Says him and Alexa aren't over. Then he sees. Alexa comes up on the screen right on the monitor, saying her thing, laughing, and then Randy appears on it, possessed look and saying all kinds of stuff. And then he goes down choking. Gasping for air and does his thing and falls. So, I mean, I'm just waiting to see when the cat's going to come out of the bag, but I do like how they're slowly just, burning it and dragging it on until Bray comes back. And I'm sure they're working on all kinds of stuff to make it bigger and better than he ever was after the last time we saw him. Like, I have a feeling like it's going to be really, really good. And I just like, maybe it's just Alexa Bliss thing. I mean, since she figured that out, and she was with Blake and Murphy as the manager. Barely ever saw her wrestle, but she, like, had the character down. She did the goddess. She was, as a heel. She did the happy thing with Nikki for forever. Now she's doing this thing, which is completely just off the rockers and out there. And she's done them all well, regardless of what she looks like. She's a beautiful woman. But she has covered, babyface. She's covered a heel. And she covered whatever the hell she's doing right now. But I like it. Which is why I give her credit, because very few of them can pull them all off very well and still get over doing all of it. So I just want to I'd look forward to seeing what that's going to be. And then again, ding ding, 10 o'clock comes around. Miz with Morrison against Lashley with MVP for the title. We wait, the bell finally rings. Miz rolls out the ring, grabs his title, and just runs and gets counted out. I know, surprising, because then technically he defended it. And he got to keep his title. Which again, like that one, it was better than the first one to me. One of those, but see, that's a slimy thing to do. I don't know why, Lashley saw him do it, didn't go chasing after him if it was actually, anything, wasn't planned, all that. But, ran like hell. And that led to, MVP and Lashley with Shane backstage. MVP yelling, this is bullshit. Shane saying, maybe I'll strip him, and they figure it all out, and they do. And The Miz does get involved at some point. Like, you can't, do this without me. I'm so much better than Lashley, yada, 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 yada. Because, it's The Miz, and that's what his character is. Whether you love him or hate him, that's what he is. And he backs up. I mean, he does have all the shows. He's hosting shows. He's got Miz and Mrs. I mean, he has the Marine series, which, but but him running out the ring and getting counted, I mean, that was, at least put a smile on my face when it happened, way more than, it's coming out of both ends, I'm dying. Like, yeah, get over yourself. That would have been my words, but I say that to a lot of people who've gotten in a lot of trouble. Then we get to, even better, Charlotte says she wants Asuka at WrestleMania. Whenever she comes back and they show the video of Shayna literally kicking the tooth out of Asuka's mouth. You don't get to see that very often, so I think the last time we saw it was Ciampa? When he was in the fight pit against Timothy Thatcher. So, the women, I mean, say they're not making full contact. You kick the veneer out of someone's mouth. I mean, that's a legit hit. And then the usual happens. Here comes, she has a match against Shayna, obviously Charlotte, so here they come running their mouth. Shayna's all like, you're a team of one against us. Charlotte gets jumped. Charlotte's fighting back good till Nia gets her from behind. That's pretty much how, they tried to do it the whole time. Every time she tried to get a comeback, there would be, Nia. Just like when she rolled out of the ring there. Charlotte did. There came Nia to try to, slam her into the stairs. Except Charlotte sidesteps her. Nia runs into the stairs. We're all shocked by this, I'm sure. She gets back in the ring. Shayna tries to get the Caribou to clutch. Doesn't work. Hit. Charlotte gets natural selection. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Gets the win. Before Nia can jump in there to save Shayna. Which, again, it wasn't like the best spot, but I mean, do I want to see Charlotte in another WrestleMania main event? I mean, not necessarily, but I mean, at least ever against Asuka, Asuka wins. I mean, to keep the reign going. Because, I mean, I always loved Asuka. Even went back and looked at her old stuff from Japan. So, I mean, she's like, I've always just liked her in-ring ability and her style. Because it's not like every other woman on the roster. And Charlotte already ruined the streak, so, I mean, what the hell's the point? She's already had her titles. Charlotte can work with anyone about anything. She doesn't need the title. I mean, Asuka doesn't need the title, but I'd rather her keep it than we give Charlotte like her 89th title reign. That's just me. You can tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm being mean. I probably am, but want to see how that plays out, though. How they're gonna, figure out that match, because the last couple of years they've put on, some of the best matches of the night. So when it came to women's championship matches, so I am really intrigued actually to see what they're gonna do about that. But we got to get Asuka to come back and see what happens tomorrow night on NXT with the women's tag team titles. No, the picture will be a lot bigger. And then, shockingly enough, Lucha House Party and Riddle against Retribution, and everyone's all over Riddle. The match was really short. All over him. For a few minutes there. He finally, gets space, and I do like Riddle. His kicks, he could do everything. The bro thing kind of hurts my head at times, but he could talk, he could rest, he can strike, he could flip, he could fly. I mean, kid's got it all. So, no matter how much he might irritate you as, character-wise, I mean, no one can deny that there's great talent behind him in the ring. But he finally gets to get a tag. He goes diving through the ropes to take care of another guy. I don't remember which one it was. There's T-Bar. Outside the ring, though, towards the front of the ring. And Lucha House Party, shockingly, with Riddle in that short amount of time, get another win so Mustafa Ali can blow a gasket again because they keep letting him down and failing him, and they're such losers and idiots. And he's, challenges Riddle and says, I'm going to show you how it's done. And Mustafa Ali, the guy, I've liked his, he was on such a good run before Kofi Mania hurt when he, happened, because Kofi Mania happened because he got hurt. And Kofi went on that great big run. So, he's phenomenal. He really is one of the best wrestlers. That's why he's on the roster. Why they got him. He's one of the best wrestlers out there. And I used to like watching him go. I, just think it's a waste in Retribution because, it really is just kind of dumb. Mace, T-Bar, Slapjack. Again, they were trying to set them up for failure. I don't know. But, moral of the story, Riddle went through the match with the hurt elbow after Ali dropped a nice drop kick right on it. And he kept working on it and working on it and working on it, as you should, especially someone like Riddle with all like I said, he could do everything, which is very rare because he does everything and it looks good. So how many guys out there can really do as much as he can do and all that? So I got nothing wrong with that. But then the normal, no one's shocked. Riddle gets distracted by whichever one of those idiots it was that jumped up there. Referee gets distracted by whatever she's called in that Reckoning, I believe, in that horrible thing. That's nice to see her back because maybe she'll get to start having some matches because she was phenomenal. And I just don't like her being stuck in there and pretty much wasted. But they distract him. Ali gets the big move off the top rope there, whichever rope he was on, and he steals the victory because, everyone was distracted, obviously, which, again, I have nothing wrong with that. The kid can wrestle. And if that sets up him and Riddle, those two, it's going to be, Fastlane or Mania? Or he still holds on at Fastlane, then they drag it to Mania. Those two, they wrestle. The rest of the goons aren't out there, regardless of if they're out there. That's going to be one hell of a match. Mark my words, if it happens, that's going to be phenomenal. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm actually kind of excited about the possibility of that being at either of the pay-per-views or both, because they can bring it, and that would be great. And that finally gets us to the main event. Finally happened. Miz defending with Morrison in his corner against Lashley with MVP. And I might add, Lashley got lots of pyro for it, which I thought was cool. Because again, he really, the big bad monster that he's playing now, he's really, really good at it. Way better than when he was the good guy when he came back or in his first run. Lashley as a monster just throwing people around is phenomenal. They hit the ring. Boom. Here comes Shayna, saying he's made a decision on the stipulation. And it's going to be a lumberjack match. And need I say more? Everyone gets out there. Normal lumberjack stuff. Lashley flings Miz. Miz rolls out. Miz gets thrown back in by Drew Gulak. Lashley presses Miz over his head, throws him over the top rope. Mace catches him. Right? Yeah, that was man. Time before that, he rolled out. He's sitting there talking. Ali was looking at him. With his hands up, going, oh, not touching him. And Cedric and Shelton, the other members of the Hurt Business, come over and throw Miz back in the ring. I mean, we all knew what was going to happen. Lashley just mauled him. He beat the holy hell out of him. Puts in the Hurt Lock, Miz taps. And all is well in the world of the Hurt Business. And I was okay, and he got the title. Finally, I mean, it's been a long time, but no offense to his first run, way back when he got, he had the ECW title. I mean, he had title runs. That Lashley is nowhere near as good as the Lashley we have now. Lashley, since they got rid of that stupid waste of time, space, energy, everything that the him and Lana thing was, that was just stupid. They was just trying to get something on Rusev on his way out the door. I don't know, getting one back at him, but that was just the dumbest thing I've seen in a very long, long time. And this one with the Hurt Business, this is this. This is amazing. Regardless who it was, I mean, they picked the perfect guy. MVP, who said he was only going to come around. I mean, we even saw him on the show, The Wrestlers, on one episode. You're going to do that one thing. That's what he said. He's got to do the Rumble. He did a match after that was supposed to be it. And look at him now. I mean, look what him and that group of guys, look what those guys were all doing. Cedric was an afterthought. Shelton was barely on TV. And look at Lashley. He's doing the Lana thing. And suddenly we have Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, tag champs for a hot minute now. And Lashley, now, the champion. It is really, it's perfection how they put it all together. So whoever came up with it creatively, they all worked together on it, kudos to you, because that's, minus The Fiend, that's probably actually the best story. Whether you like them or not, those guys looking and seeing what they came from, it was kind of like the New Day. And look at all their careers were all down in the dumps and floundering, and look what they were able to do. They did it in a positive way. Her Business goes around and beats the living hell out of people. Especially Lashley, just flinging people like ragdolls. It is the character that Lashley always should have had. And I can't wait to see what they do at Mania with that, because it's about damn time. Long time waiting, but you know what? Right now, it's like the Drew thing. Him now, compared to where he was in his first run of the company, is night and day. And this character now, compared to his first run, and then the stuff with Lana, I mean, this is it. This is the best Lashley. And I hope they keep sticking with it for a long time. Because there are guys on the roster that could probably, Drew, Sheamus, Keith Lee, Bray, Randy. There's a lot of guys they could throw at him that he could work with. Brock could come out of nowhere. Strowman, he could have a hell of a run, so I hope they don't ruin it on him. But, that was a perfect way for it to end, finally, and to see Miz get flung around like a rag doll always makes me smile. But that's just me personally. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this. Tell me what you think. Comment, post on the page. Tell me what you think. Tell me stuff you want me to watch. Please, God, watch this and tell me something to do. Look back. So I can talk about tomorrow. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Unless there's a pay-per-view, I go back and I watch other stuff from all the archive footage. So I have something to talk about and, express my love for and feelings. So if there's something out there you think I should watch, comment on there. Tell me. Write a post. Give me your feedback, because no one's giving me any feedback on this one. And I'm doing this because I got a passion for it. If you notice, I could talk forever about this, and I do. So please, share, comment. Tell me what you think. Follow the page. Tell your friends if they're wrestling fans. Share it just for the sake of sharing it to help me and help everyone. Get more eyeballs on it. Do the same thing. It's under Jesse Rosinski on YouTube. It's on there with my other show I do. It's under Bearded Ski on Rumble, along with the other show I do. And get it out there. I appreciate all your support. Don't know what we're going to talk about tomorrow yet, but if someone tells me something, I'll watch it. But I'll figure it out. I appreciate all of y'all. Sorry I went so long today, but there's a lot to go through, and damn, was that first match good, and was it amazing to see the Hurt Business and Bobby Lashley thing finally come to fruition as a whole. So it's good, exciting times, but appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good night. Take care of one another. Have some good conversations. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And till tomorrow, bye.